up? It is your guy coming back at you, baby, with another installment of the do's and don'ts, man. We're in this series of do's and don'ts. Today I want to talk to you about things that you should not be doing in the workplace, bro. Things you should not be doing in the workplace. Hey, it's one of those things, man. We sometimes get real relaxed in the workplace, and we sometimes forget some of the rules that can keep us out of trouble in the workplace, right? So we're going to go over a couple do's and don'ts in the workplace. Now, if you like the content, if you like the information, if you like what we talk about on the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe, my man, and I would be very appreciative of that, and that does let us know that we're coming to you with the right content. All right. Now, also, throughout the video, if you have some do's and don'ts you want to add, or some things that you think have helped you in the workplace, please comment below, man. That really helps to, further the conversation. And honestly speaking, the next person who's watching this video, man, might see a comment that you made, take it to heart, and actually apply it in their life, and it could really change their life, man. So sharing that information is one of the great things about us being able to have these platforms. So please do so. All right. Now, do's and don'ts. Now, a lot of times we talk about what we should do in the workplace to make more money, what we should do in the workplace to be better liked, what we should do to advance ourselves in our careers. But a lot of times we don't talk about the don'ts, because like in any other area, just like if you were going to start eating well, bro, you got to cut some things out. If you're going to have a better relationship, you have to cut some things out, right? Normally, if you want to fix your house, right, you have to undo what's already damaged and then add in what you need to add in, right? So this is no different when it comes to the workplace, bro. There's just certain things I don't do in the workplace that I had to learn the hard way, and it makes for just a really smooth. And so a lot of times, bro, in the workplace, you just don't want to mess it up, right? Because every job isn't your last job. Every job isn't a job that you're going to retire from. So, but it might just be something you need for 2 years, right? Short term. Might be something you need for 5 years till my kids get out of school, right? Something you need until you move. If that's the case, there are things that you just should not do, because most of the time, bro, if you show up every day and there are things that you typically don't do, you will keep yourself from a lot of from the chance of getting fired or let go. Okay. So number one, man, a major thing I don't do at work. I don't discuss my outside life at work, right, into detail. Now, you have people you work with, you have your own break, you're at lunch, and people are going to ask you, well, how are your kids? Or how's your family? This and this and that. There's a way to talk about general information, right? And then you get into too many details, which is too much, right? So general information is, oh yeah, I got 2 kids, both of them play baseball, pretty excited about the season, can't wait to see how they do, right? Oh, I live in a neighborhood, mostly 2-story homes. When a tornado came through, a lot of people, were gasping for air because they didn't know what was going to happen to their homes, right? Things like that. But when you start talking about the terms on your mortgage, when you start talking about how much you're paying for car insurance, when you start talking about the issues that you and your wife are having, perhaps, right? Or that you had, when you start talking about your mom is sick right now and these are her medications. When you're discussing things like that at work, what happens is people take that business and they tell it to other people. And a lot of times you get caught up because you didn't realize that people would take that stuff and run it into other people, because you wouldn't. Now, how would that hurt you? Because there are then people who take that information and they judge you based upon it. So let's say you call off work 3 times next week. Someone might say, oh, he's not sick. He's probably visiting his sick mother. You take a vacation to Jamaica because you told all these people that you're having problems with your wife. Now they're assuming you're with someone other than your wife. You understand? You're going for a promotion, right, that you didn't go for before, and because you talked about the interest rates and how the housing market is this and this and that, and your mortgage is upside down and boom, 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 now they're thinking that's the only reason why you want the promotion, not because you want to elevate in the company, but just because you want more money. Maybe you're broke. So those things come about when you give people too much information, man. People don't take information and just keep it to themselves. They spread it a lot of times. By the time it gets to the fourth person, bro, it's all misconstrued. And now your reputation, perhaps, is at stake because people are taking things that you said out of your own mouth and twisting them around. So try to keep from giving people too much information at work. Now, number two. We've heard about this 1,000 times. 1,000 times. Remember back in the day, they would say, don't shit where you eat, right? Why do they say that? Because normally, bro, you wouldn't go to the bathroom in the kitchen. I don't care how big your house is or how small it is. You don't normally want to take a dump where you eat. That's not normally what you want to do. When you have work-related affairs, work-related flings, when you're talking to a bunch of women at your job, bro, a lot of times it ends up wrong. Number one, because it's harder to concentrate on your job fully when you're in romantic situations with someone at work. That's just how it is. Then what ends up happening is the other people at your job don't necessarily know that you're talking to this person or that you're involved with them romantically. So you could end up having jealousy issues because of your person's interaction with other coworkers. Also, what ends up happening is if that person gets promoted and you don't, if they're talking about moving that person to another warehouse, now you're mad at the supervisor or the manager. Now you got a problem with them. When it goes bad, and it does go bad sometimes, or you guys just break up. Bro, imagine having a 2-year relationship with somebody, you guys break up, and you have to see them every day at work. The last thing you want to do is see that person at work. So one thing you should not be doing, bro, you should not be having relationships with people that you work with and or screwing them. Now, I understand in some professions it's very hard, very tough. You work in certain establishments where, man, it's a lot of opportunity to meet women, bro. But most people will tell you it's not worth it. It is not. Now, if you gain some contacts and start to follow some of these women, and then you're going to leave the job at some point, when you leave the job, they're fair game. They're fair game. But normally what we end up doing, bro, is because we see them all the time, because we're around them, we look at it's easy pickings. Oh, I'm around her all the time. I could easily get her number. We could definitely hang out after work. So I get it. It's convenient. It's very convenient. But just because something convenient does not mean it's a good deal. So a lot of times when you have these work-related relationships, man, you're putting yourself at risk for a lot of things that can come afterwards, man, that don't add up. And then again, they don't end up being worth it. Most of you, if you have a lot of opportunities to date women from your job, you also have opportunities to date women away from your job. If you on point, bro, if your body game's straight, if you get money, if you got some character about you, if you care about your looks, your swag, you can attract women in other places. You know what I'm saying? So I would say stay away from that as much as humanly possible, bro. As much as humanly possible. It just seems like it opens the door for a lot of bad situations. All right? Now, another don't that I have with people is at work. Stop telling them how much money you have. Stop telling them how much money you have. Listen, a lot of them already know how much you make because you all work together, right? So they know how much you make. But bro, they don't need to know how many investments you have, what your portfolio looks like, what your savings looks like, the land that your aunt left you way 60 miles away that you're probably about to cash in on at some point and sell it to a developer. Bro, listen, we sometimes will try to tell people what's going on with us because we think that's going to garner more respect from them, right? Perhaps they're going to have more adoration for us when they know that we're smart with our money, that we have a great savings, or we have a side job, a side hustle. We just started a business that's taking off. We think that that's going to make these people like us more. Actually, bro, a lot of these people get, more of the people get secretly envious of your achievements financially. And so what it then does is it has people treat you different. It has people jealous of your advancement in the company. It has people looking at you sideways because you're working overtime. Perhaps they wanted to work the overtime, or you took a shift that they wanted. It's all these things that can happen, and a lot of times it just comes from jealousy because you're making more money than them. You've done some things in your past that have you in a really good position. And what do you gain by talking to? Listen, unless you're talking to somebody that you're about to go into business with or invest some money with, why do any of your coworkers need to know anything about what's going on with you financially? The answer is, bro, they don't. They don't. So you have to understand that keeping your financial life private is going to work in your favor, bro. It's going to work in your favor. It's one of those things where it's like, how can anybody cause problems with you? You know, people can cause problems with you, but the likelihood of people causing a lot of problems with you increases greatly because they know what you make versus what they make, what you have versus what they have, what you have saved or invested versus what they have saved or invested. That's just how it goes. Also, bro, your outside life and the details about your life outside of work, keep it to a minimum. Keep it to a minimum, bro. People don't need to know that you were drunk and blacked out over the weekend, or that you go to the bar every weekend. People don't need to know it. They don't need it. It's not enhancing their life. And thirdly, bro, let's keep the workplace romance, let's keep it to a minimum. Let's keep it to a minimum because, listen, there is normally an expiration date for these small relationships, man. So not only when people find out do they start looking at you sideways, they could also become jealous if and when you break up or separate from this person. Now you have to deal with seeing them every day, bro. And everybody knows that that's not pleasant. It just is what it is, bro. So listen, down in the comment box, share your thoughts about workplace don'ts, things that you don't do in the workplace that you want to relay to me, that you want to relay to other people. Let me know in the comments, bro. I'd love to hear your feedback. Now, if you thought the information in this video was good and you think like it was valuable, right? Send it to somebody, bro. Share the episode. You never know what somebody's going through, man. You never know. You sending them a video that might give them a few pointers to excel at the job that they're at right now, or their next career move. You just never know, man. So share the episode. It takes 5 seconds, all right? Now, if you are the guy who has been struggling at the workplace, or just got to a new workplace, and you made some mistakes in your past, or you're just fresh at it and you don't really know what angle to take because you might be struggling with a couple of the things we talked about. If you need some one-on-one attention, bro, go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on the Zoom, bro. We'll come up with a plan for you to deal with your situation as far as your work is concerned. Hey, listen, everybody who succeeds has a plan, bro. Don't let anybody tell you that they got success from just winging it. That's not how it goes. So a lot of times having plans how to just stay out of drama or stay out of trouble or stay out of the public eye, sometimes that's enough, bro. Sometimes that's enough to help you succeed. So if you need that one-on-one attention, bro, go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on the line. We'll rap about it, all right? Now, I appreciate you for hanging out with your guy, man. It's always good talking to you, giving you the information, giving you the game. We are here, right, as a community, just to help guys get better, bro. That's it. That's it and that's all. We need to get better every single day and little by little. Little by little, that's it. So if we can be better in the workplace, better with our families, better with our children, better in our relationships, better financially, better with our health, we stand to live a better life. That's just how I go, man. All right? So it is your boy. Thank you for tuning in with me. I'll get back with you on the flip side.